Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, let's talk about your wind advisory that's in effect here for the West Desert and Southwest Utah, including Lower Washington County, where winds could gust up to 50 miles per hour as we go throughout today. So be careful if you're traveling along some of those roadways down in this area because of the crosswinds that could create some problems, especially in those high-profile vehicles. As we take a look at the weather map, here's the setup. You can see that southwesterly flow coming in here, really kind of increasing here as we get those gusty winds to pick up more, even so than what we saw yesterday for today, and that's because the storm system is getting closer. It will get closer to us today, but I think most of the stormy weather holds off to our west today. But as we go into tomorrow, that's when I do expect more valley rain and thunderstorm chances. And in the mountains, we're looking at that potential of some snow accumulations, especially above about 7,000 feet. Otherwise, once we get into your Thursday, we'll kick the system off to the north, but it's still close enough to bring some impacts, including the below average temperatures that will stick around for another day or so around the area. All right, let's get you in and show you the radar this morning because we had some thunder showers overnight and this morning. Lots of lightning in the sky with this activity across northern Utah, but most of that has now come to an end here as we're starting to see things drying out as that dry slot or southwest flow kind of kicks in across the area. We've got some spotty showers here between Moab and Monticello, but a lot of that is pushing over into Colorado. And we're also drying out there across the Beehive State. So what's happening? Well, we're reloading the pattern here as our storm system. We had a little wave move through yesterday afternoon into last night, but that's pushing north. Now we're waiting on the main piece of energy that's pushing into California right now. Look at all the trouble, all those flashing boxes it's causing in the LA area. It'd be tough to be in that morning commute down in the Southern California this morning, but for us, we're looking mainly quiet today. You'll see that here as that dry slot keeps us mainly on the dry side, I think, during the day. Now, as we get into the evening, we'll start to pop up some showers as that storm system gets a little closer to the area with the greatest chance of showers and thunderstorms lining up along the I-15 corridor for our Wednesday morning. So if you're making plans now for your Wednesday morning commute, definitely plan on giving yourself some extra time as the moisture with the actual cold front itself begins to make its way into the area, and that could mean some rumbles of thunder, maybe even some isolated ponding on the roads. Now, as we go into the afternoon hours, we're going to see those snow levels dropping off fairly quickly, as I mentioned, down to about 6,500, 7,000 feet, and that's going to mean for most of our mountain locations a flip to snow accumulations as we go throughout the day, and then that will kind of make its way out to the north. We'll see some waves of moisture rotating around as the system is still close on Thursday across northern Utah, so we'll keep it still somewhat active. So rainfall totals on average about 1/4 to 1/2 inch more expected across northern and central Utah, but there could be some areas that see closer to 1 inch. So this is on average. Some areas will see closer to 1 inch, and that gives you an idea. Another very decent rain event expected. How about the 1 to 3 feet of snow in the Sierras? Yeah, this is a big snow event for them. By the time the moisture makes it here, it's not as big, but again, around 7,000 feet, we're looking at 1 to 4 inches of snow accumulation for your Wednesday in the mountains, and then in the high Uintas in the upper Cottonwoods, likely seeing over 4 inches of snow with the system as it moves in. So this storm system hangs tough with us through Thursday with the chilly air and the unsettled weather conditions. But after Thursday, it gets moved off to the north and east. And look at this, just in time for this weekend, unlike the past couple weekends, we've got some pleasant weather conditions that will settle into the western half of the country. But here comes yet another bowling ball off the west coast by the time we get towards the beginning of next week. And that moves in as we get into your Monday and the Tuesday, bringing more unsettled weather conditions and likely more cooler temperatures. St. George, mid-70s for your high today with just an isolated storm chance developing this afternoon. Look at the 60s for your Wednesday and the Thursday with scattered showers on Wednesday, but the weekend, 70s with sunshine. The Wasatch Front, low 70s, the rain coming to an end this morning. Otherwise, windy conditions during the day, but more showers and storms likely late tonight into your Wednesday, along with a big drop in those temperatures by the middle of the work week. All right, let's get a check on your traffic this morning as we get you out the door here. You're going to be able to see. Yeah, we're still dealing with significant issues here as we've got those lanes narrowed down. Looks like to one lane there on I-215 here. So that looks to be in, if I'm correct, the southbound side there. So be aware there are going to be some slowdowns for sure. And of course, as more folks get out on the roadways, that's only going to grow a little bit until they can get that area cleared up. But you want a quiet road, head to Main Street. US 191. Yeah, this is in the Moab area. Quiet, but notice the roadways wet there as well. Give yourself a little extra time this morning, folks. Let's look at your traffic and weather. Now let's get you back over to Matt and Alyssa.